going on, Jerome's? So since the Minnesota Vikings 7-9, the best 7-9 team in NFL history, a season is allegedly over. Taking a look at the offseason now. Yes, the draft. But first comes free agency, especially in-house free agents for the Vikings. So with the cap situation, what it's going to be in 2021, still kind of TBD, but the Vikings could be pretty snug up against it. I think that you're going to see a lot more guys walking this year. And frankly, some of the names, yeah, so let's go through a list. At the top is Anthony Harris, unrestricted free agent, free safety, 29 years young. Now, played this year on his franchise tag, $11.441 million. 41 and the Vikings couldn't come to terms on a long-term deal last offseason, and now a year older as well as the performance level. Yeah. Now, Harris is not as bad as, the media makes him out to be or PFF grades. I think that he did play some good ball early on in the year. But the last 2 weeks, his tackling against New Orleans, as well as his coverage, and also dropped an interception against the Lions, that just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. It does. So I don't think that he's going to be back next year. I think that he will get a decent free agent deal somewhere, but it's probably not going to be here. Like, even if it's moderate in terms of like $8-9 million a year, nah. Next up, Eric Wilson, linebacker, 26 years old, former 2017 UDFA, coming out of Cincinnati. Now, I love me some Eric Wilson. Played this year on a restricted free agent tag, making around $3 million bucks. But I would want him back, but not at the potential $8 million a year that his market value is rated at per Spot Rag. So I like him not at that price. And also, if he can get that price of free agency, God bless him, go out and go get it, right? And as well as I think that the Vikings will run it back with Anthony Barr. I think that he'll get restructured. He's been a Zimmer guy forever, and I think that they'll keep 54 and 55 together. And it's unfortunate because Wilson did have some great flashes, but, as a linebacker, got to be able to tackle, man. Yeah. Someone who can tackle, adding a linebacker, Todd Davis was an unrestricted free agent, came over from Denver during the season, 31 years young, but I would love him back. I would. Run stuffer, former team captain with the Broncos, knows what it takes to get it done. And also, he is a Kubiak guy as well, even though they're on different sides of the ball. So I think that the Vikings will try and bring him back. It's probably going to be a veteran minimum deal, which is even better. So there you go. Georgia Loca, no. Yeah, I think it's over. Loca tore his ACL earlier on in the season, brought him back as a veteran guy, and just no. Rashad Hill, 29 years young, swing backup tackle. Now, I would like him back as veteran depth. I don't think that he's necessarily going to break the bank anywhere. I think that he'll get maybe a slightly above veteran minimum. But yeah, having that stability there, a guy that if, God forbid, there is an injury, knock on wood, that he can fill in and do decent, right? So Rashad Hill's the kind of guy that you don't want to start regularly, but having him as a backup as well as a potential 6 offensive lineman in heavy sets, you will absolutely take that. Next up, Amir Abdullah, former second-round pick by the Lions, 28 years old, been in the Vikings for a couple seasons. Kick returner, receiving back, would like him back on a minimal deal. Sean Mannion, 29. No, I understand the appeal of having a veteran backup guy, someone who's good in the quarterback room. But, if poop does hit the fan, if Mannion actually had to play meaningful snaps for the Vikings, you okay with that? No. So either way, draft someone. It doesn't even have to be first round. You can grab someone in the mid rounds. Go for Kellen Mond. Go for Desmond Ridder. So Sean Mannion, no. Also, Dakota Dozier turns 30. No. Absolutely not. No. Brett Jones, also 30 years young, interior offensive lineman, would love to have him back as veteran depth. And the Vikings have done this before where, they'll sell Brett Jones a bill of goods and then he'll resign and then he'll take a pay cut and then he'll get cut and then he'll be brought back and then he'll start 2 games. Then he'll look really good. But yeah, I think that he's too old to start over anywhere else, so I think that he's found himself a nice niche here, and happy to have him. Also, Jahlil Johnson, his rookie deal, former 4th-round pick out of Iowa, is expiring, 27 years old. No, absolutely not. Chris Jones. So, restricted free agents, you can either tender them at first, second, or original round tender, and that also does include UDFA. So, Chris Jones is an RFA, 26 years old. I would not tender him. And he had a promising start. I like what I saw early on, but then, oh man, whenever he had to tackle someone, it wasn't great. It just wasn't. But I mean, flashes are there. I mean, I wouldn't tender him, and then in turn he would become an unrestricted free agent, and then just test the market there. Is there a 90-man roster spot for him? Maybe. Yeah. Also, our guy, Fadi Adenabo, 27 years young, led the team in pressures this year, did have 3.5 sacks, second on the team behind Yannick the Freak. Now, it's unfortunate because I thought that Fadi was really going to step up his game, had a massive opportunity this year with Everson gone and Daniil up on blocks, but just didn't get it done. Is what it is. But I would put original round tender on him. So 7th rounder, that would be the 3rd tier. So it would be relatively cheap to bring him back, and I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. So either way, probably not going to start, but as a rotational guy, like he was in 2019 when he had 7.5 sacks, absolutely. Mike Boone, also going to be a restricted free agent. 2018 UDFA running back out of Cincinnati. Absolutely want him back. I do. And I would even put the 2nd round tender on him. Now, that will run around $3 million. But him as RB3, as well as a special team guy, punt gunner as well. I'm in. Also, Chad Beebe is going to be a restricted free agent, 2018 UDFA out of Northern Illinois. I mean, I guess I would do original round tender. But, yeah, I feel like BB shows you just enough where you're intrigued, but then you think about it, you're like, nah. Then also, Vargas, Hinton, and Brandon Dillon are exclusive rights free agent. Basically, that just says, hey, here's how much you're going to get paid. And then they take that. So it's a step below RFA, but that's it. That is a full list of Vikings who are scheduled to be free agents this offseason. And mainly, you're bringing back some veteran guys on the cheap, like Todd Davis, like Rashad Hill, like Amir Abdullah, like Brett Jones. But, I mean, everyone else, especially guys like Harris and Wilson, who may fetch some decent money in the market. It is the business. So, it is what it is. But your thoughts. Take a look at free agents. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. I'll support that work. Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.